welcome again. Welcome to Grand Capital. I'm Dmitry Karlov, senior trader with Daily Overview. Let's take a look at what is happening around the major currencies, as usually. Well, Euro USD is trading at 1.2998, breaking the all-important 1.30 level and holding today. The euro remained near a 2-month low on rising expectations that Eurozone economic worries could prompt the European Central Bank to cut interest rates sooner than previously anticipated. Data on Monday showed Eurozone sentiment tumbled in March on renewed political uncertainty in Italy, the Eurozone's third largest economy. Italy's inconclusive elections last week also weighed on the currency. Analysts are concerned that without a stable government, the country will be unable to pass reforms required to get its borrowing and debt under control. Markets focus on the political deadlock in Italy, the Euro area finance ministers meeting and the ECB's meeting and press conference on Thursday. The risk for Euro heading into Thursday's meeting is for a shift in tone toward that seen at the December press conference when ECB President Draghi appeared far more concerned than in his subsequent appearances. The GDP USD, this pair is trading at 1.5065, adding 30 pips as traders take advantage of weak price to grab up the cheap pound ahead on this week's Bank of England meeting. Global central bank policy will be in focus this week. At the RBA, BOC, Bank of Japan, ECB, and Bank of England are set to make policy announcements. So Eurozone finance ministers are set to meet in Brussels today to discuss key issues, including a planned bailout for Cyprus, financial progress in Greece, developments surrounding the banking union and ECM, as well as the Spanish banking sector. Sterling is holding in relatively well, unchanged versus the USD, considering the release of a disappointing constructions PMI at 46.8 versus 49 expected. GBP is flirting with 1.50 near 2.5-year lows ahead of tomorrow's service PMI. The most important of the PMIs given the relative size of the United Kingdom service sector. The Bank of England has released updated data on the funding for lending scheme, and the data is disappointing given that the scheme has failed to mitigate contraction in net lending among fearless participants. And back to Japanese yen, pair United States dollar Japanese yen. It gave back a bit of its gains on Friday to trade at 93.35, remaining in that tie range close to the 93.50 level. Prime Minister Abe had hoped to help the ailing Japanese economy by firing up the nuclear reactors shutters after the tsunami last year, which left Japan needing to import huge quantities of energy. News today showed that Japan's atomic power plants are unlikely to be restarted even by the end of the year because of the time it will take to complete safety checks. So this will keep the trade balance, current account and inflation rising, taking a larger toll on the economic situation. The decline in durable goods prices continued to pressure overall prices, though energy prices, including electricity and petroleum product, rose 3.9% from a year earlier. due partly to the effect of the weakening yen. Ministry officials said so. With the Bank of Japan appointments behind market jitters should be ease, and the Japanese yen is expected to gain a bit of traction this week as monetary stimulus should begin to help echo data. So and back to gold. The daily as well as the weekly momentum indicators are in the bearish mode, so pay attention. On the downside, the previous low of 1,527 will be the key level to watch for it. Political uncertainties in Italy and United States government spending cuts that kick-started last week weighted down the balloon. Positive United States economic releases like manufacturing, auto sales and consumer sentiments dented some safe haven buying too. Without much market direction, gold is expected to trade more on technical data than fundamental, and this will be in the early part of the week, so yesterday, today and maybe tomorrow. Speculators will cautiously watch the outcome of the United States trade balance, jobless claims and NFP this week for proper direction of the metal. And so for today that's all. More details you can still find on our site www.grandcapital.net, and have a nice and profitable day. Bye.